Hey friends, let's spend a few days together as I ease into the first work week of 2026, being a little bit more reflective about life while sticking to the routines that keep me grounded. Cooking, baking sourdough, getting back to the gym, and not setting big goals. And without further ado, let's dive into it. I keep calling this a no goals year, but that is not completely true. I'm very goal driven and a high achiever. I always have been. Having something to work towards gives me structure, motivation, like something to look forward to. But instead of chasing multiple big goals like I did last year, I'm taking a different approach. I think this year I just want things to be simpler, more about the process, less about the outcome. Good morning, good afternoon, good day everyone. I'm having my porridge, oatmeal, all the way. Never change. But today I fancied a little bit of oats with quinoa. Let me have my first bite. In some way, it's kind of boring because of the flavor of protein powder. And I just noticed, please excuse my laundry and towels. I've been easing into the first work week of January. I felt like I'm not fully prepared to come back to work. 2 weeks break was really lovely, but I just feel like it's not enough. My brain is not really working properly, and I feel like, in kind of like almost like a slump. But it's not a slump, but I thought it would be nice to, take you guys along for a few days, just my normal, typical work week day, and then we can both ease our way back to the grind together. There's so much, content and people saying like New Year resolutions, New Year's new me, goal setting. Here's me feeling overwhelmed. I want this year to be not a slow burn. It won't be slow burn for me, but I just want to have like a slower pace and just be with myself, sit with myself a little bit more. And I know that work will pick up even more than last year. So yeah, I just feel like I don't really want to set myself any goals or big goals. So if you're like me this year, if you want to take a pause and want to stay with yourself and, it's fine to not have big dreams, big goals to achieve this year, then yeah, maybe, tag along for the ride. For now, breakfast, and then I'll start my work for the day. And also, one of the reasons why I picked up the camera this midweek, because the UK has been snowing, and I want to document this because it doesn't happen every year. And jokes on me, last night it rained so much. This morning, because it rained so much, there's no snow. Like, it's not white anymore. Just back to the usual normal London, just wet. The main theme of this year is my career. And I want to say this clearly, there's nothing wrong with where I am. I like my job, I'm good at it, I work with amazing people, and I'm grateful for the stability it gives me. But it's also quite intense, and over time, that intensity started spilling into other areas of my life, and it made me stop and ask myself, is this level of stress worth it for me right now? I'm not chasing a new job title or sending out CVs. Honestly, I haven't seen anything that excites me more than what I already do. And if you're ever job hunted, you know how draining that process can be. What I want more than anything right now is mental clarity. I want to understand who I am, what I actually want, and how I see myself not just in the next year, but beyond that. To be fair, last year was very like go, 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 always doing something, always chasing the next things. This year, I want to sit with myself a little bit more, have more reflective moments, especially during these calmer months before everything speeds up again. Do we always need to be progressing? Or is it okay just to stay afloat and appreciate life as it is? This mindset is showing up in small ways too, like cooking. I've been eating the same meals for months. They worked, I like them, but I felt uninspired sometimes, so I started experimenting a bit, using new ingredients, reducing eggs and dairies, not as a rule, but as a creative challenge. I don't always know what I'm doing, of course, but that's kind of the point. It's fun, it's messy, and it's helping me feel creative again. So when I say I have no goals this year, what I really mean is that I'm giving myself permission to explore. Taking things slow, trying ideas that I put off for years, writing, experimenting with YouTube editing style, maybe even a podcast, and see what sticks. For today's dinner, I had a small portion of short grain rice left that I couldn't use for anything substantial, so I got an idea to make an Asian style one-pan leek and mushroom rice. I guess it's the same concept as risotto. The bulk of it was spelt grains and lots of mushrooms, closed up mushrooms mixed with dry shiitake and black fungus mushrooms. You might not be familiar with black fungus mushrooms, but we use a lot in Thai and other Asian dishes. It's the most crunchy type of mushroom I've known. I cooked everything in the pan, added mushroom stock, seasoned with some soy sauce and salt, covered the lid and let it cook until water evaporated and the rice was done. And don't forget to dance to your favorite tune while you're cooking. I didn't measure anything, just used my feeling. So the rice turned out slightly wet, which I fixed by cooking without the lid on for the last minutes before serving. It was very yummy. Let's get ready for my 5 a.m. gym routine. Moving my body and weightlifting have become essential parts of my week, not only to keep fit, but to feel good about myself. It's a sacred time to be with my thoughts with no distractions, and I can't see myself staying sane without it. While we're on the fitness topic, I actually don't have big goals either for this. I'll continue showing up for myself and getting stronger like I've been doing in the past years. I'd maybe overcome knee injuries because I want to run more this year with minimal pain, but I'm not signing up for a marathon because I don't have to. And overall, just want to be happy with my physique and grateful to have a healthy, functioning body. It was raining so badly outside, so now I got all wet. But anyway, gym's done. It's time to get ready. Outfit of today. Having said that, I want January and February to be slow, but your girl has been booked up kind of like for social and cultural events for the rest of the weekends in January and potentially in February as well. But this is what it is. Today I'm going into the office and also having a cultural evening / date night. Yuan's got me a ticket to see a play. The play is The Lion King, and I'm super stoked. It is very sweet of him to got me this ticket for Christmas. If there's any play and theater that I want to spend money on, it will be The Lion King. Today is the day, so I'm very excited. I need to do something with my hair, but I kind of want to grow out a little bit more before I get it cut into a bob or something. Good morning. Happy Friday. Very terrible weather. Oh, I'm not sure if you can hear the wind. I just left the gym 2 days in a row. That's impressive. But mainly because I have to drop my bike off for the service. But now, just have to walk home because there's no other way of going home. So I will be permanently wet. But yeah, I'll catch you at home. Hopefully I'm not getting too wet. I'm back. Porridge, the same. Oats with quinoa, the same thing, just different topping, like what I had on Wednesday. Coffee, and now sitting at my desk, about to basically start working, which is actually I'm very late. I just put my sourdough bread in the oven. Oh shit! Actually, I forgot to set a timer. I don't know why this week turned out to be a very productive and in some ways overcommitted. I guess it is just like the real life of I guess most people, when sometimes life just has another plan for you, and maybe also a life of a high achiever like me. I just end up quite overcommitted. Yesterday, I thought it was going to be okay, just focusing on work. But then I also agreed with a friend last minute to do a consumer insight interview during lunchtime. It was really fun, but at the same time, that was like last minute additional plan. And then, with the rain, the weather, your girl also happened to forget an umbrella. So I got wet most of the time. So I got really annoyed. But the play was incredible, amazing, beautiful, and excellent. But yeah, I was like exhausted at the end because we arrived home almost midnight. A girl who usually be in bed by 8:30, at that point, I was not function. And then this morning, but because I agreed that I would gonna turn my bike in despite the weather, knowing that it's gonna be really windy, rainy, I did in any way. This is like a get shit done kind of day and get shit done kind of week. The bread is in the oven, everything will be fine. I'm gonna have my porridge bowl, and then I can start work. And the only remaining tasks that I need to do and I plan to do this week is the type of tasks that just put some music on and just get myself in the state of flow. So that will be really good. And I feel more relaxed now that, I got all of those things done. Wow. She's so brown. Oh, doesn't have an ear either. Actually, she's fine for a whole week. 75% whole meal. Yeah, I think she's fine. I am so hungry. I kept saying that I'm hungry every time in every video, but it is true. I'm always hungry. It is just only 5:15. Finally logged off from work, so no more work, but at least I'm very pleased that I finished quite a lot of things that I planned to, so I feel great in the end. Today I'm gonna start cooking earlier, and I guess this is one last thing that I want to mention in this vlog about a few things that I've been experimenting is that I kind of want to eat a little bit more during the day, especially when there's still light, like in winter times, mainly to kind of match up with my circadian rhythm a bit more, and also to eat more around my training time. I train first thing in the morning, so breakfast and lunch will be bigger portions, and then eat a little bit less for dinner because it doesn't matter much whether I'm full or not. I will be in bed in a couple of hours after dinner. I think I'm gonna start cooking earlier, and then I'm just gonna have an early night, kind of cozy lie down, switch off being on my phone. I kind of bring back my also like evening routine, reading books before bed, as opposed to doom scrolling, which sadly that I've been doing throughout like December, especially during Christmas time. I finished previous book, the Crying in Hedge Mart, and this one was really, really good read. The one that I'm currently starting and reading is the one called Really Good Actually. So far it's really interesting, really fun. I'm quite looking forward to being in bed, warm up under my duvet and then just read. Yes, I'm very pleased with how the week is now finished, even though it turned out to be quite productive, quite hectic in some ways, and a little bit overcommitted than I planned, but I'm glad that I got most important stuff done. So now I shall crack on with my dinner, have a delicious and cozy evening to wind down and fully switch off, and looking forward to the upcoming weekend. Thank you so much for joining me in the past few days. I hope you have a great week, and I'll see you in my next vlog very soon. Bye.